never touched their genitals, never engaged in oral sex.
Right.
What about Mike McQueary, the grad assistant who in 2002 walked into the shower where he says, and specifically 10 or 11 years old, that his hands were up against the shower wall and he heard rhythmic slap, slap, slapping sounds, and he described that as a rape?
I would say that that's false.
What would be his motive to lie?
You'd have to ask him that.
What did happen in the shower the night that Mike McQueary happened upon you and the young boy?
Okay, we were showering and horsing around, and he actually turned all the showers on and was actually sliding across the floor, and we were, as I recall, possibly like snapping a towel on horseplay.
In 1998, a mother confronts you about taking a shower with her son and inappropriately touching him. Two detectives eavesdrop on her conversations with you, and you admit that maybe your private parts touched her son. What happened there?
Well, I can't exactly recall what was said there in terms of what I did say was that if he felt that way, then I was wrong.
During one of those conversations, you said, "I understand, I was wrong, I wish I could get forgiveness," speaking now with a mother. "I know I won't get it from you. I wish I were dead." A guy falsely accused, or a guy whose actions have been misinterpreted, doesn't respond that way, does it?
I don't know. I didn't say, to my recollection, that I wish I were dead. I was hopeful that we could reconcile things.
Shortly after that, in 2000, a janitor said that he saw you performing oral sex on a young boy in the showers in the Penn State locker facility. Did that happen?
No.
How could somebody think they saw something as extreme and shocking as that when it hadn't occurred? And what would possibly be their motivation to fabricate it?
You'd have to ask them.
It seems that if all of these accusations are false, you are the unluckiest and most persecuted man that any of us has ever heard about.
Oh, I don't know what you want me to say. I don't think that these have been the best days of my life.
Sandusky's attorney, Joseph Amendola, insists the charges filed by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania listing 8 victims will not hold up.
You said a few days ago, much more is going to come out in our defense. In broad terms, what?
We expect we're going to have a number of kids. Now, how many of those so-called 8 kids, we're not sure, but we anticipate we're going to have at least several of those kids come forward and say, "This never happened. This is me. This is the allegation. It never occurred." In fact, one of the toughest allegations, the McQueary violations, what McQueary said he saw, we have information that that child says that never happened. Now growing up, now persons in his 20s.
Until now, we were told that that alleged victim could not be identified. You have
by the Commonwealth.
You have identified?
We think we have.
So you found them, the Commonwealth has not.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Would you allow your own children to be alone?
Quite honestly, Bob, that's why I'm involved in the case. If I thought
you believe in his innocence, not just that you can mitigate his guilt. You believe in his innocence.
I believe in his innocence.
Meanwhile, the man who helped Joe Paterno win national championships is now at the center of a scandal that's brought his old boss down.
To your knowledge, did Joe Paterno have any information regarding objectionable activities on your part prior to that report in 2002?
I can't totally answer that question. My answer would be no.
Did Joe Paterno at any time ever speak to you directly about your behavior?
No.
Never?
No.
He never asked you about what you might have done? He never asked you if you needed help, if you needed counseling?
No.
Never expressed disapproval of any kind?
No.
How do you feel about what has happened to Penn State and to Joe Paterno and to to the Penn State football program and your part in it?
Well, how would you think that I would feel about a university that I attended, about people that I worked with, about people that I care so much about? How do you think I would feel about it? I feel horrible.
You feel horrible. Do you feel culpable?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Do you feel guilty? Do you feel as if it's your fault?
No, I don't think it's my fault. I've obviously played a part in this.
How would you define the part you played? What are you willing to concede that you've done that was wrong and you wish you had not done?
Well, in retrospect, I shouldn't have showered with those kids. So.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what hits me the most.
Are you a pedophile?
No.
Are you sexually attracted to young boys, to underage boys?
Am I sexually attracted to underage boys? Sexually attracted? No, I enjoy young people. I love to be around them. But no, I'm not sexually attracted to young boys.
Obviously, you're entitled to a presumption of innocence and you'll receive a vigorous defense. On the other hand, there is a tremendous amount of information out there, and fair-minded, common-sense people have concluded that you are guilty of monstrous acts, and they are particularly unforgiving with the type of crimes that have been alleged here. And so, millions of Americans who didn't know Jerry Sandusky's name until a week ago now regard you not only as a criminal, but I say this, I think, in a considered way, but as some sort of monster. How do you respond to them?
I don't know what I can say or what I could say that would make anybody feel any different now. I would just say that if somehow people could hang on until my attorney has a chance to fight, for my innocence. That's about all I could ask right now. And, obviously.